Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series of dynamic programming problem. In last lecture we have seen how we can solve shortest distance path problem using dynamic programming approach. Now in today's lecture we are going to see how we can solve non-linear programming problem using dynamic approach. So for that we are taking this simple example where my objective function is quadratic. Okay. I have to minimize quadratic objective function and my constraints are linear. So basically it's a quadratic programming problem. So now we will see how we can solve this quadratic programming problem using dynamic approach. So in this example we are having simple minimization problem x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square subjected to x1 plus x2 plus x3 equals to 15. Now how we can solve this simple problem using dynamic approach? So we first mark out our state variables. Okay, so how many variables we are having? 3 variables. So we have to define 3 state variables. So suppose I am having 3 different state variable as k1, k2 and k3. Okay, state variable. So we mark first state variable as k3 is equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equals to 15. Second state variable is k2 is equals to x1 plus x2, which is nothing else k3 minus x3. And third we are having k1 is equals to x1, which is nothing else k2 minus x2. Okay, so these are the state variable which we consider. Basically what we do, we first take the objective function x1 square subjected to k1 equals to x1. Then we take in the stage we take 2 objective function stage 2. Okay, I mean x2 square plus whatever we obtained from previous stage. And in stage 3 we will have x3 square and whatever we were having from previous stage. So we will start from stage 1. Okay, so in stage 1 we have f1 k1, which is net output from stage 1. Okay, net minimization problem which we obtain in stage 1. Okay, so it is x1 square subjected to x1 is equals to k1. Okay, so now this will become k1 square. So this is the first stage in this approach. So now we are moving forward direction. So we take the stage and then stage 2 and then stage 3. Okay, you can do whatever, you can use backward recursion or forward recursion. I am taking forward recursion. Now the stage 2 we take, in stage 2 we take f2 k2 and f2 k2 is minimization of x2 square plus whatever we obtained from previous state. So in previous stage it was f1 k1. Okay, we have to minimize over x2. Okay, now since we know k1 is equals to k2 minus x2, so we will put it here. We have f1 k2 minus x2. So it is minimization over x2 square plus what is the f1 function? It is square of k1. Okay, so we have replaced k1 with k2 minus x2, and we have to minimize this function. So we will use the concept of derivative. So we simply differentiate this function and put it equals to 0. So we will differentiate f2 x2 with respect to x2 and put it equals to 0. Okay, so suppose my function is g2 x2 is equals to x2 square plus k2 minus x2 square. Okay, so now when you differentiate it, what you are going to get? 2x2 plus 2 k2 minus x2 into minus 1 is equals to 0. Now we solve it. x2 square x2 2k2 minus 2 x2. Now minus sign is there, so this point will become minus, and here we are having plus sign, is equals to 0. So when you solve it, you will get the value that x2 is equals to k2 square k2 by 2. Okay, so now we know that what is f2 k2 value. f2 k2 is x2 square. Okay, so put the value in place of x2 square. Okay, so what is the x2 square value? x2 square is k2 by 2 square, then plus k2 minus k2 by 2 whole square. So when you solve it, you will get the value as k2 square by 2. Okay, so that's the f2 k2 value. Now we will move to stage 3. Okay, so we have simply substituted x2 equals to k2, and we find out the minimum value of this function. Now in stage 3, that is last stage, the stage 3, we have to find out f3 k3, which is again to minimize x3 square plus f2 k2, whatever we obtained from previous stage. Okay, now k2 is nothing else k3 minus x3. Okay, so now we have to minimize with respect to x3. So minimize x3 here, you are getting x3 square plus, in place of k2 you will write k3 minus x3. Put the value. So minimize x3 square plus k3 minus x3 whole square by 2. So we have replaced k2 with k3 minus x3 in this objective function. Okay, now we again simply find the derivative with respect to x3 and find out the minimum value of this function. So differentiate with respect to f3 k3 with respect to x3 and equate equals to 0. So again we are having g x3 is equals to x3 square plus k3 minus x3 whole square by 2. Okay, so now again differentiate it. So when you are differentiating it, you are getting 2x3 plus 2 will get cancelled out, so it is k3 minus x3 into minus 1 equals to 0. So when you are solving it, you are getting value as x3 is equals to k3 by 3. Okay, so we obtained x3 equals to k3. Now find out what is f3 k3 is. So put the value of x3 in this equation. So you will get k3 by 3 square whole square plus 1 by 2 k3 minus k3 by 3 whole square. When you are solving it, you will get the value k3 square by 3. So what is k3? This is maximization value of entire objective, minimization value of entire objective function. Now what is k3? So k3 is simply 15. Okay, so I'm writing it here. Here we are using it. Now after that, so k3 is equals to 15 from this equation. Okay, so it simply implies that f3 k3 is k3 square by 3, which is nothing else 15 square by 3. So that is giving us 45. Okay, so this is the minimum value of objective function. Now at which point, what are the value of x1, x2, x3? So x3 is k3 by 3. So it is 45 by 3, that is 15. Okay, now x2, k2 is what is the k2 value? K2 is x3 minus k3 minus x3, that is 15 minus, here k3 is 15, sorry, it's not 45, so here it is 5, so it is minus 5 is 10. Okay, so this is 10. Now what is x2? x2 is k2 square by 2 from this equation. Sorry, this equation, k2 by 2, not square, k2 by 2. So it is 10 by 2 will give you 5. Okay, now what is x1 value? So for that we will see what is k1. One second, I am just wrapping it. So now k1 is k2 minus x2. So k2 is 10, x2 is 5, so k1 is 5 and x1 is equals to k1, so that is equals to 5. So that means minimum value is obtained when all x1, x2, x3 are equal to 5. If you will say x1 is equals to 5, x2 is equals to 5 and x3 is equals to 5, we obtain the minimum value. So how this simple illustration shows that how can we solve non-linear optimization problem using dynamic approach. We can simply first define some state variable k1, k2, k3 depending on the number of variable in the problem, and then we find out stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 depending upon the number of variable in the problem. Okay, and then we will find the solution of each stage and utilize it for next stage. Okay, so suppose if you are having n variable involved in the problem, then there will be n stages, and final state will give you the optimal value of your problem. Okay, so that's your optimal value at x1, x2, x3 equals to 5. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you.